So what would be expected of an ally? If we've spoken of the example in the boardroom, there's some really obvious examples, senior managers and junior women in the workplace. What would be expected, from an ally in the role of an ally?
I think the first thing as an ally is first do no harm. It's important for an ally, for you as an ally, for me as an ally, to understand that, we're not being a savior here. Our role is not to feel sorry or to pity someone. Our role is not to walk ahead or lead someone. It's really to walk beside or even behind the woman that you're supporting. You're speaking on behalf of, you're using your position to uplift that person to stand on their own. The role of an ally it involves behavior change, which can be, I think it can be uncomfortable, it can be complex, can be complicated. But I think, what is key to understand as an ally is just using your privilege in a moment to extend to someone else. And ally is about action. So it's no good just saying, I believe in allyship, I am an ally, and going to someone and saying, I stand with you. That's great, but what are you actually doing? Are you using your voice, to make that change? Are you speaking up in that room? It can be quite exhausting. Can you imagine you're sitting in a room and you must always be the person that's like, sorry, I just want to make sure Lerato is heard. But that's what it calls for, You need to put yourself out there. You need to use some of your social capital to actually ensure that change starts to happen.
Awesome. I was just thinking, won't I look like an activist if we is there a difference between allyship and activism?
I mean, you become a corporate activist when you think about it in the workplace. That is what you're doing. You are speaking on behalf of, you are acting in solidarity with. So it is, in my view, I don't see a big difference between being an activist and being an ally. Those women of 1956 that I keep referring to, those were, there were people who were politicians, who were activists, but they were also domestic workers and just regular folk who were doing activist work, in that particular moment on that particular day. So absolutely, I think it's one of the same thing really in terms of what it boils down to.